KETV Investigates first uncovered a dating app scheme costing women thousands of dollars.
More than a dozen women say the same man stole their hearts and then their money.
Yeah, tonight, Verizon alone tells us 7,000 people are hit by fraudsters every month.
But are companies doing enough to protect their customers? KETV Newswatch 7's Michelle Bandura investigates.
Now, my question is, where was Verizon's fraud department in all this? That name should have been red flagged.
Paula Ochsner wants cell phone store employees on alert for this man, John Clark.
I really had no idea the amount of debt that I was going to rack up from this one guy.
Ochsner met 51-year-old Clark on the Facebook dating app last winter. She says he claimed to work for Verizon's IT department and could get her the employee discount.
He showed me a text message from his boss, said, yeah, you can have his employee discount. So, whenever I had a question, he had an answer. It was just that simple.
And when Clark supposedly got a new job at U.S. Cellular, same perks. Only we confirmed through the companies he never worked at U.S. Cellular or Verizon. But Ochsner didn't know that when she decided to share a plan and make Clark an authorized user. She says that gave him unlimited access to her account, as well as the latest iPhones and all the gadgets.
It was within a month's time that $11,000 was racked up by John Clark.
I think it's absolutely tragic. I think that we don't have a sufficient regulatory framework right now to protect consumers from exactly this type of activity.
Crystal Rhodes is with the Nebraska Public Service Commission, which regulates telecommunications, landline telephones, not wireless carriers. She says that needs to change.
We have the ability to look into complaints like this if it were to happen on a landline telephone, but not on a cellular telephone, and it really leaves consumers exposed and unprotected.
Wireless companies were not part of the 1936 and 1996 Telecom Acts, and Rhodes says Congress is overdue in addressing the regulation of the wireless industry.
And so what happens oftentimes is that when customers have a problem with their cellular carriers, there really isn't a whole lot that can be done because there really isn't anybody overseeing it.
Ochsner says she's still getting bills, even after contacting Verizon's fraud department. She just recently received a settlement offer from Verizon for 70% of the balance. That's still more than $6,200.
They said, ma'am, this is not fraud. This is domestic. It's your fault. You put them on your account as an authorized user.
Ochsner says she paid a smaller bill to U.S. Cellular, where she says some Omaha employees even recognized Clark.
Another rep leans over and says, ma'am, can I see that picture of that John Clark you're talking about? I showed her a picture and she says, he did the same thing to my friend's mom. And right then and there is when my heart sank. And I knew.
That mom was Linda Holmgren in Montgomery County, Iowa, where a judge ordered Clark to pay her restitution of almost $4,000 after convicting him of a misdemeanor theft charge. She asked us to disguise her face.
If it means I have to go to every phone store or send his face to every phone store and say, this guy's a scammer, he's a fraud, somebody needs to do something.
KETV Investigates reached out to both cell phone companies. Verizon tells us fraudsters impact 7,000 customers every month. In a statement, the company calls it a harsh reality that bad actors are always looking for ways to engage in fraud and identity theft. But as for Ochsner's request to clear her account and forgive the bills, a Verizon investigation determined it was Ochsner's responsibility to pay because she voluntarily added Clark to the account. Verizon goes on to warn if the balance is left unpaid, it will continue to negatively impact her credit. U.S. Cellular replied with a similar statement, saying account holders are ultimately responsible for anyone added to their account, adding victims should seek recourse through the legal system. But U.S. Cellular did not address clearing any balance. Rhodes says the lack of regulation leaves little accountability for wireless providers.
All of these businesses have a duty to make sure that they're doing everything they can to mitigate fraud and theft within their systems.
As for victims like Paula and Linda, left on the hook for thousands of dollars, their only comfort right now comes in warning other women.
And I know he's still out there. That's the scary part. He's still collecting victims.
For KETV Newswatch Investigates, I'm Michelle Bandur.